Nice.
I only finished in 12th, so shut up.
Yeah. Where'd you start though?
Fuck, I think it was way back.
Yeah, I started
20th or better.
I started like 19th, so finishing 10th, I was pretty happy. I had some strategery going on.
All right, so you're going to show your number one?
Yeah, we're gonna at least start with the start because I want to know what happened there.
I hit the other car.
I hit the other car, he says. Okay.
Marcus,
All I know is
he's over
Jardier
here.
is a Jedi. I am a seamstress, buddy. I threaded that needle.
Oh, I have one in there around lap 4 where I almost died, and I was just like, I don't even know.
It's like the
I
car's
was trying to
just
follow
parting.
you through, but fuck, man.
Yeah. One somebody died. Someone died with a car that was spinning in front of me that I had my eyes on, and I think it was Dean who died, and I was like, oh well.
Dean and Marcus were.
Yeah, I was about to
Marcus
get through, and then I couldn't avoid it.
But let me say that look at all the spacing that we have to begin with.
Yeah.
That's huge.
So, okay.
You guys were paying attention and doing
Car
well up to this
72,
point.
you're gonna be.
Yeah, I think we're going to be around here.
Right there, the red car got in the middle.
It's Marcus.
Yeah.
Number
And
8.
I was trying to.
We're going to go back.
I didn't
go back 5 seconds.
I didn't give enough space for him, and he was like sandwiched over there.
Yeah. So we start here.
Yeah, I was supposed to stay back a little bit more.
Okay, is this the 84?
No, it's Marcus.
Marcus.
Okay. 11. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the car.
Oh,
11.
Marquez. Okay, I'm thinking of Marquez, not Marquez. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No. You didn't do anything wrong. I'm just not listening.
Right there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, so okay.
That's a tap.
That's a
tap.
If
like, anything.
Yeah. So we're already up here, kind of squeezed. We're already kind of up. If we go to Marquez's car, we're kind of already up into the 81. Right. So Gustavo, you haven't even been in the crash yet. This crash is already happening. Right. So we'll look back to see what that happened in a minute, but this crash is already happening. We've pushed the 81 out of the way. So that's kind of too bad. And then
understeer.
You kind of run into him, but it's like understeer because of the crash that you hit him. So it's kind of more of like a racing incident that sucks. Like you weren't even really anywhere. Like the momentum from the 81 all of a sudden brought him back into you. So it's like, what are you going to do about that? Right. And then,
but if I was supposed if I could notice that can we see from my car?
Oh yeah, we definitely can.
I believe I cannot see like the crash on the right side. I was paying attention in front of me.
Yeah.
But if I paid attention to the right, I probably would give a little bit more space to him. But I couldn't see when I noticed.
You have to watch the car directly in front of you.
Yeah.
If you don't brake enough, you're going to hit the 46.
Right.
You held up for that, but unfortunately, like Davin said, Marquez got pushed over a little bit because of the slowdown.
Yeah. So
and it was like quite a small hit, but physics sucks. So.
Right, physics sucks.
Both of us.
Physics sucks. Exactly. Exactly. Physics says no.
And then I did what Bobby likes to do: just go all the way to the back and have fun.
Yeah. So I mean,
like
more of a racing,
nice battles.
More of a racing incident, more than anything else, because you just kind of got hit a little bit. It wasn't like the end of the world.
But I felt bad for that because I took him out.
Well, I mean,
and then somebody hit like me in the middle,
this was
and breaks my wheel.
Yeah.
And I was trying to do a couple laps with that and waiting for the pit window open.
Yeah.
Oh, that car coming right on at you there, Gustavo.
No. It's not the Ferrari that hits me.
No. It's here.
It's Busto.
No,
it's Busto that hits me.
Because I'm here. We'll come back to you in a minute. And then
okay. There's another crash.
There's another crash. It's there. It's up here. So whoever is not Neri.
Back one.
No.
Is Marcus again?
On the right.
It's Marquez again. I think.
Yeah.
I think.
It was.
Maybe.
No, it was.
Oh, okay.
No, he spun. Again.
No, he spun. Yeah.
So Marquez. But I think it's the car next to him.
Oh.
Who is the number? What number?
We are seeing a car 11
below you. Bring up the controls.
It's Ruggiero.
Oh, Ruggiero.
No, it's Marquez. He's still there.
Marquez hit me.
So
Marquez backed up.
Marquez.
He backed up.
Somebody back him up.
Yeah.
What?
And then
I ran through the first accident straight in the middle and straightened one of the cars because I had nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
That would be me.
Yeah, I got pretty well completely cleaned up in that first accident.
Look at Mitch getting sideways.
Mitch gets sideways.
So Ruggiero gets into the side of him, and then he gets into the side of me.
Yeah.
But what
reaction?
And then a lot of this And then a lot of this
Tagged you.
Devin gets through the door bangs, and that's it.
I was so
casual.
I was so over it. Like I was back here, and I was looking through the traffic at Ruggiero. I saw his car coming back on the track, and I was like, "Motherfucker, we are gonna have a crash again." So like, I'm already on the brakes already, being like, "Okay, well, we're gonna crash now," and then this is happening. I'm like, "Stop, stop, stop." I give up. I just give up now. I give up now. I give up now. I give up now. And I just coasted
The
through.
curtains open and you drive through.
I'm just waiting for this gap
You're
to
lucky
happen.
you had a curtain there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as many times as I've gotten hit by random strangers in the beginning of races, I deserve at least one of these. So this is my one.
I certainly didn't get it. If you look at car 35, I copped it bad in both.
Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, I don't even want to know how it was like for the people back here. Like, this was, oh my God.
It got really wide.
Yeah,
I had to thread a good needle.
Just going back 5 seconds, I was, oh, Jesus. Yeah, this is the worst crash I've seen in rookies. This is, oh my God. Yeah.
Busto dinked the shit out of you.
just hit
he hit me in the middle, and then he hits another car later on.
Didn't care about that, and then okay. All right, why did?
If you want a POV of
Watch his
navigating
car on
this,
the
go to
first.
me because I spun out and I had to go back through all of this after
Jeez,
hitting the
okay.
wall.
You want
Alright.
to see the previous accident from that one as well, from like my car view from a back marker.
Okay, so let's do Mark first because we're already here, and then we'll do Mitch next.
I was just gonna say, for a back marker, that wreck was so terrible.
Yeah, because it kept getting worse. It kept getting worse.
Escalated.
Yeah.
I remember it was like light damage front, severe damage rear, severe damage left,
Yeah.
severe damage right,
Yeah.
severe damage.
And then other cars.
Some of these are too much throttle. Some of these are too much brake.
Yeah, some of these are a little like trying to panic to get out of the situation, which is making it worse. And then this is just a fucking disaster. And then, and then Busto just isn't paying attention.
Smashes him from behind.
Smashes into
Yeah,
and
then
smashes into Loic. So like we don't really know where we're gonna go. We're just going, and good luck everybody else.
Just out of curiosity.
When it was just to slow down and find a spot.
Yeah.
Can we take
basically.
Can we take a look at car 35 to just see if there was anything I could have done to avoid it being as bad as it was?
Yeah, sure. 35 or 95?
Ambrose, 51. I'm stupid. Sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah, because it was none of those numbers. So, all right, yeah, no worries.
It was not even close.
No, not even close. Okay. Well, so this is honestly, when I look at it, this is just a clusterfuck of unfortunate events, right? Like, no one really did anything primarily very stupid. It's just a lot of cars going into one space where the middle kind of got fucked. And then, if you were here, there's nothing you can do, right? You're next to me, and you can see what I can see. Like, cars are close together. You're gonna have to be a little cautious. Loic is coming back on the track, but he's gonna
Loic hip checks him.
Yeah, but he's got to get back on the road, but not by much. Turn one, whatever, right? And then this crash is happening, so he's screwed. I kind of hit him a little bit because he gets screwed, and then you get
where you
rear-ended.
hit.
Yeah, who did
Yeah,
you
there was nothing you could do at that point. Who's behind him?
I don't know, but we're about to find out. Oh,
Larry.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Because
No. I think the worry is worse. I think this is a Sika situation. That's
It
what
might
I
have been.
think.
Yeah.
Oh! Who called back? Oh no!
Oh man!
Honestly, I was in a complete panic and froze.
Okay.
That's what happened. I didn't hit the brakes. I was so scared.
Jeez.
I was gonna say, Sika, if you said anything else besides "I don't know what happened," I was gonna call you a liar.
I just completely panicked.
Oh,
I might have finished 22nd, but I can say that I'm a winner in my own mind because I ran with like 5 minutes of damage all the way to the pit window.
Yeah,
me too.
Well, it's hard.
And I forgot to change the tires. So.
Well, and this is hard, right? Like, cars are fucked now. And if you stop, you might get fucked. But if you go, you might get fucked. So, like, how are you going to minimize the damage? Like, that was kind of mine. Like, I was like, I could jump on the brakes and stop, but then I have like 20 cars behind me that are definitely going to hit me. I don't want that. So I guess Loic is kind of going to be my pillow. It's like, it's risk management, right? I either hit a car a little bit and find a spot, or I potentially get totally obliterated in the very beginning. I like my
It's like buying a kind of expensive spy put.
Yeah, basically.
Quick question here, Devin. As far as your view goes, Michael, How do you drive? Is it first cockpit mainly, or are you up on the dash, or what's it? I'm just curious.
I'm not either of those two that he just showed.
Okay, so this is actually helmet cam. This is out on the dash. This is out on a front bumper, damn near.
No.
Cam.
Go back. There's two that are not the helmet.
There's that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Just wanted to make sure because it was all the way up on the dash, and I'm thinking, Jesus, if he's that far forward, he should have seen it coming.
No. I mean, this is one of those ones that it's just a fucking disaster, and everyone just got a little bit fucked together. Like, it's just a little bump caused a big incident, right?
Yeah,
and
this is just a great big domino effect.
Like, I wouldn't even blame anybody for it, right? Like, I know where the root cause kind of sort of started, but it's not like, oh my god, you completely just shoved this guy and killed everyone in their family. It's just like
is it a lot of like not great rejoining on the track? Is that really like kind of the dominoes?
No, because it's like the cars do have to get back on the track, and I mean,
going 3 wide into turn 1's not smart.
Just don't go to the racing line.
Right.
A rejoin is how the second crash happened.
I'm not saying anything, but I used Ilpo as a blocker. If you watch from my perspective, I watched the chaos happen, and I did. I used Ilpo as a blocker.
No, that's really fair, man.
Smart man.
I'm the last one to get through unscathed.
Yeah.
So you became the running back and was like, "Thank you."
Watch, I was intentionally planning to pit behind Ilpo because I know he can race. So.
I mean, honestly, the thing probably I would have thought to do if I was someone in the back, like as a back marker, I would have just driven to the paved area and parked, and just waited for everyone to stop killing themselves, and then started driving right then.
Yeah, I was coasting in the third one here.
Yeah.
I'm breaking.
He's only doing 100K.
Yeah, he's not going very fast.
At that point, you're not even doing 60 miles an hour.
Now you basically use your friend to open a door, and then you wedge yourself behind him.
Yeah.
Split the two. There you go.
Someone's gonna get hit, and then might as well be Oppo because he's here, right? And then you just
kind of came down on me.
Yeah, but you kind of cover him for a little bit just to make sure we don't die, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I was just trying to make it through lap 1.
Ah.
Wait, Ilpo, did you get damage from that?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he had to. He pushed the car out of the way.
Well, I also got more. I did also hit Dahlgren in the next corner because he braked way more than I expected.
Yeah, watch this. I was just going to say he does tap him from behind. Right about here. Boink. Like, excuse me, but come on.
I gotta go.
I think I had like maybe 7 or 8 seconds of front damage. But it was
and I
really...
fucked up my pit too, guys. The
Oh,
streak continues.
no way.
Yeah, it did. It was awesome. I would have been P2 behind Ilpo.
Oh,
because I was behind him in the pits and I fucked it up. It was awesome. I blew past it, had reverse, restart. It was wonderful.
Oh no. Now, were you like on track getting by a bunch of cars, or was it kind of like people pit ahead of you, or like where were you?
Well, watch it. You'll see the chaos ensue in front of us for the first like 8 laps. We just drove smart.
Everybody, yeah. I mean, that's basically what I did from where I started. I was like, I'm qualifying 20th. I'm assuming a bunch of people are going to kill themselves, and I won't do very much. And then when I found an open spot, I just kind of waited for people to die. And they
when the tires turned yellow, that's when things got fun.
Yep.
Yeah, I think a bunch of guys were running very snappy setups because I think I got like 4 positions by just watching people fall off the road ahead of me.
Yeah, I was just following you, following them.
Well, and it's funny too because it's like folks complain about the tire temperature, but I'm like, I'm trying to teach you guys to make more forgiving setups that don't automatically try to kill you because you're trying to push for a qualifying time. And so folks just take their quality setup on a colder track into hot conditions, even though I've told you for a week it's going to be 100 degrees outside, destroy their tires and fall off the road, and I laugh. And I'm like, okay, guess we just don't pay attention, but whatever.
Is it more of a ha-ha or a
I do
moo-ha?
have to say that I knocked a half a PSI off of all 4 tires, and my pressures were at 27.9 for all 4 wheels for the entire race on both sets of tires.
I was at 27.6 the whole time.
Well, they were yellow.
Yeah, Well, it's fucking hot outside. But
I think a lot of people are trying to get used to the new car as well.
I don't care. You had a whole week.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care. Most of these people have driven these cars for 6 weeks, and the other people knew for a week that this was happening, and none of this was new. I don't care. So, like, therefore, you have to get used to it. It just slides more.
So let's see who's next. Wender has car 144, lap 21 to 44:10 timestamp.
All right, 44:10. Yeah. All right. I am paying attention to what you were saying. I totally promise. There we go.
Oh, I watched that.
Was it bad?
I'll add one more comment about about the previous. So if you see an accident ahead of you, the best thing to do is not to go 100% brakes. Go like 50 to 70% if you have enough room to slow with that, because that gives more options for the guys behind you.
What were we looking at here?
Yeah, that's
oh,
me.
Piers bumped into him. Okay.
Just want to see.
Yeah.
Where are you?
I saw this guy, this guy's coming behind me, and 1 second later he was in my mirror, and I just realized that he. I don't know if I closed.
Oh no,
no.
Look, he's in the dirty side of the
Yeah,
track.
we're gonna go over here and look at all these marbles here, and look at all the not stopping we're never gonna do, and then look at you on the right side where it's super fucking clear outside, and then
He's not even beside him either. Why would he send it?
No. We're nowhere even close. Like we're through the corner and we're turning, and he's just like, I
Don't
don't like
hate what you
Ferraris.
can see.
Yeah, and also don't drive on the shitty part of the racetrack. So both of those things turned out poorly.
Yeah, there's a couple of different lines through that corner, but that is definitely not one of them.
One of them. No.
Now, remember, listen, first of all, let me say this. We are not making fun of anybody here. We're laughing about it, but you have to remember, these are things that need to be learned, and this is what these debriefs are for. This is totally a learning experience. This is not, laugh at whoever, but we will giggle at you because you've done silly.
Yes, you have. Right. Yeah, I mean, for those who've been here before, the pickup in this game matters, and it does significantly extend your braking distance. But I think
Well, guys,
go ahead.
if you see on 16 minutes, I did the same thing on the same side of the track.
Well, don't do that. But the thing
Gustavo,
that
you need to get like a white car, I think.
Yeah, we need to find you a color that works for you, because it's not black and it's not red. So we gotta figure something out. We gotta
eggshell white or something, man. Come on.
We'll start going through the colors until you have a good race again, and then we'll be like, that's the one. Always fucking yellow forever. The thing that really gets me actually about this crash is that the crash actually happens entirely on the exit. Like, I tease the guy for being on the dirty side of the grid, and it's kind of like, ha ha. But then we get past all that, and then we're still trying. And that's the part that gets me, is that we are never going to get it. We're never going to get here. It's never going to happen.
There's a shit ton of understeer here all the
Yeah,
time.
and it's just a heave of understeer into the rear of this car in front of us. So it's like, we have to kind of acknowledge early on that, like, this is just never going to be a successful thing, and just wait for another part. Because it's not like the Ferrari's going to get totally far away. It's just going to be slightly ahead of you. So you're just...
Yeah, this is one of those fall in behind and take the advantage down the hill. But remember, by the time you get to that next heavy braking zone, your tires still aren't 100%.
No, they're still really dirty. All right, let's see someone next.
Let's see. Okay, that one's not there. The next one that's listed is from Mr. Fenton. He has car 35 at 2140. He says he was pushed out of the road by a faster car into turn 1, and he was already wide with over hot tires. So let's see what this is all about.
Okay, 2140.
And if anybody else has anything, please throw it in a DM or at least mention it here real quick, because we do want you guys to learn from all this.
I forgot who I almost killed who crossed over in the pit lane because they fell off and tried to pit. I don't remember who it was, but I need to find that. I think it's around like right when the pit window opened. And I was just like, Jesus.
Okay, you're definitely wide. Oh, look at all the understeer. Holy smokes.
Yeah, I mean, your understeer was created by a Mercedes. That's what that was.
Well, no, but I was going to say, where does he start braking at in the other car?
I don't know.
I saw him coming up really quick, and I'm like, I don't think he's going to make this corner without using me to turn.
And he didn't.
Well, I mean, you are ahead. 100 meters gone. Oh my God.
Yeah. So remember when we talk about track positioning, and when you brake where you need to be on the fast side of the track, you need to be all the way to one side so you can carry all the speed. This is not one of those times. So we already know we're not going to make the corner, like, no matter what happens.
Okay. Let's see. Mr. Cares.
We're turning a little bit just to make sure that we can maybe try to avoid.
He is not here.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't see the name.
Oh, it's away at the bottom, buried.
Oh, okay.
I think, though...
No. This is a different guy, though.
No.
This isn't you, Kiers.
No, I already got made fun of.
Let's see. Here.
His name starts with a C. You're on a K.
Oops. Sorry. I wanted to look at something, but I just had an asthmatic attack and point the wrong thing. I just started
Epilepsy?
clicking. I just clicked random things. Just don't know what happened. So you got dove on, yeah, for sure. I think the one thing that I would be mindful of, Felton, when you are a backmonker, and I can only say this with the most graceful way I can think of, is the assholery of other people, and sometimes just not turning in when you know they're gonna make a dive like that. Because even though he did you dirty, and yes, shame on him, it doesn't hurt to kind of look in your rearview mirror a little bit to just make sure he's not going to try.
Yeah, well, I was watching my radar and stuff, and if you have a look, like I'm not even on the throttle or the brakes at that point. I'm just sort of coasting because I'm waiting for him to do what he's going to do.
Yeah. So
Well,
because you're off.
technically, you haven't done anything wrong at all.
No, you haven't done anything wrong. This is literally just like a pro tip on the back of a Post-it note, just for next time, right? Like,
yeah, I don't think I was turning much at this point either.
No,
you had to because you're a mid corner.
Yeah, you turned a little bit. Like, yeah, you've got some lock in, but like,
That's 3 car widths right there.
This is not your fault. However, to maybe not get your car damaged next time, like turning away from the corner wouldn't have been a bad idea. It's kind of one of those.
Or brake really hard and let them zip by.
yeah. I mean, there is some of that. Like, especially when you're back markers and you have someone coming up on you. Like, sometimes just braking on the racing line 25 feet early is enough for them to just yeet it right by, and you don't ever have to see them again, right? But it kind of depends on the driver, right? That's the other problem, Felton. You don't know this guy, so you don't know if he's going to try to do something, kind of ridiculous and make your life harder than it needs to be. But this is definitely leading car and making a back marker's life harder than it needs to be, and his own race harder than it needs to be become completely honest, right? He gains nothing from this, and could lose a lot more.
It was just one of those incidents that I thought, this kind of
where the hell did that guy come from?
I saw some of that with a couple of new folks in practice. A little bit of this also too is probably just like someone new having not driven with the group as often, because when you've driven people you're more familiar with, you'll normally take a little bit greater care because you kind of know the guy, right? Or when it's a stranger, fuck them, right? But there's not a gain, right? So
that's good. I like that one. If it's a stranger,
yeah,
fuck him.
it's a stranger, fuck him, right? I don't know him, so I'm just gonna get out of my way, right? So like I don't approve, but I understand. Would I have done it in his place? No, because what am I gonna get out of it, right? You've driven all the way around the racetrack to get back to you. You could wait another 30 seconds or 2 seconds and just drive right by, right? So making a dive on the back marker probably not the best idea. So I don't know.
All right, let's see.
I do have another one that I need to apologise, I think, for at 45 minutes against car 67. I lost it and pretty much wiped us both out.
Oh. After this looks like you already lost it there. Or are you just going slow? You're just going slow. Okay.
Just a bit slow because my tyres were even though the pressure was down, they were glowing orange.
Oh yeah, no, it was driving on the surface of Mars today. Like, yep. Oh, and then we hit the curb of death, and then we. Oh no, Neri. Oh
Neri.
no. Oh no.
Oh.
And that just destroyed both our cars.
It was his last lap.
Oh no.
Wow.
Oh no.
And I was in a good fight with Bullseye too.
Oh no, Mr. Bill! Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay. Felton, I had Mauricio right behind me, like really pushing me. So I think I overdid it a little bit. And
That's
you
straight
jumped
up murder, bud. Murder.
You jumped the sausage curb, and I jumped a little bit as well. But when you went outside, I was like, I'm going through the inside. I'm like, I'm gonna pass you. And then your car appeared again.
Your car
I was like,
appeared. And then your car appeared again. That's funny.
All right,
and I was like, oh god. Anyway, sorry.
Mr. Dylan Ambrose has lap 7, turn 1. He said he got punted, but he was carrying so much damage, I figured I'd run wide and brake 100% straight.
Oh, it's all good.
And I'm not sure if I brake checked the guy or if he just missed the braking point totally.
No, it's all good. I'm just trying to see if I can find one thing real quick, and then for sure. Maybe it's this guy.
Hey, the top guys, this is the first time I've ran with y'all because I usually, start at the back. And that was pretty cool. Everybody just taking her time and getting that first 10, 15 minutes out of the way to get a gap.
Yeah, I have to say the guys in the front did really well, especially with those fucking times.
Yeah, really. Just looking for an incident where somebody almost died, and I'm just trying to find out where if I can find it quickly, but I don't think I can.
I just know Marcelo usually finishes like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes ahead of me. So I make sure I am not going to hit this man.
20 minutes ahead, he says. Who is here? All right, this is the last time I'll look, and then I'll go find whoever that person was who said the thing they wanted to have. Nope, not here. Fuck it. Moving on. Who is it?
Lap 7, turn 1 for Dylan Ambrose. I don't know his car number right offhand. I don't know right offhand.
Okay.
Doesn't say.
51.
51. All right, 51. Lap 7, turn 1. What happened to Mr. Ambrose?
I was driving my salami, and I decided to slow down.
Okay.
Oh, that was a brake check. I mean, not a brake check. That was somebody missed a brake point.
Why
It may have been.
That was me making a mistake that I know I shouldn't make, and I was looking in my mirrors because I had a damaged ass car. I was defending for my life against my twin brother
He's so mad.
with a damaged ass
trying to
car, and I was
destroy it,
looking in
weren't
my
you?
mirrors, and I braked way too late, and I'm sorry I ran into you super hard.
I'll break in the middle
Oh
of
my
the
god,
track.
he did.
Yeah,
I
I'm
watched the
sorry
100
about
meter
that
mark
one.
go
My
by.
bad, man.
Center punch.
So once upon a time, we were
I
at
was too
Barcelona,
focused on my mirrors,
and I've
so.
been here before with you, Mitch.
I know.
Oh.
It's college, man.
Yeah,
It's college.
It's college.
But that's so chivalrous that he takes it super wide and chills out and doesn't try to just take the position. I appreciate that.
It's all the endorphins.
Right.
Well, I teleport back to the pits right here because I was damaged to shit.
Oh my god.
I kind of felt that that's what happened, and I'm glad to see it. But just for my racecraft, the re-entry in the moment, I don't know if I was just pissed off and I was like, you know what, fuck this. My car's got like 10 minutes of damage. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm getting a lap in. I just got to get the pit window. In the moment, it felt fine. When I watched it in the replay, when I was looking for this, it was tight. Feel a little close.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking for something specific because somebody almost killed me at one point, and I just really, really want to find it. And there it is. Nah, found it. All right. What happened to this guy? Because Warmington was here, and he was coming into the pits, and that's what that
Wow.
was. So what
Oops.
Yeah. Well, he didn't really do anything wrong. I was just following him, and I was following Busto, and I saw him coming
Across the track.
across the track really slowly, like just.
Oh, he was just off track. My
Sorry
goodness,
about
hit
that.
the
I
bump.
couldn't see anything
No,
when that happened.
No, it's all good. I dove for the pit lane because I saw you kind of rolling in, and I appreciate that you didn't accelerate. So that was really nice of you.
Well, that was just out of luck because I was trying to get in the pit. There was a guy behind me.
All turned around.
So if you go back, you'll see that I was racing another guy for a while, and I thought, please don't hit me, please don't hit me, please don't hit me. I'm going in the pits. I'm going in the pits.
Oh, it's one of those. And then, did you get hit? Let's see. Oh no! Yes, you did. You did.
Who is this?
That's not me.
Down arrow.
Yeah.
Use the down arrow. See who's behind him.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll just do this. It was Dahlgren again.
Oh.
Oh, it wasn't me. Thank God. I just saw purple Ferrari. Went,
Bloody
Mark's just like I did it. It's me.
I've
Oh,
been
wait,
here
it's not.
before.
Felton's thinking, oh no, that was that me? I don't remember it, but well, I guess not.
Oh no.
It was such a
No,
shame. And
a big sigh of relief going, yes, I didn't cause another one.
well, you know what? I was thinking about it so much, and I thought, should I tell him I'm going in the pits? Because I knew he was just about to overtake me.
No, why? There's nothing to tell. Like, don't.
I know.
Your car is bright green, Martin. There's really not much to tell about anything. You're just really easy to see. Like, I can't help any more than this. So,
Not only that, you have just barely started to lose it before he touches you anyway. You'd have spun out, I think, before you even made the corner.
Yeah. The thing
Because
about
you get up on that curb on the outside and it just starts to turn the car.
the thing about this is like, do you know when I tell you guys sometimes just because you can doesn't mean you should? It's like you can kind of see when he puts his nose in a little early on, where I'm like, where were you planning to go? Right? I get we have speed, but like you're not going to get by him here, so why are we even hunting over here? And then we kind of don't position ourselves in a safe spot anymore because we're trying to get back on the line. Why don't we just stay where we are now that we've made a poor decision and slow down and give Martin some space so that he could either, no offense, crash completely on his own, or I won't hit him, right? Because I mean, here you're off the road a little bit. You're probably gonna make it, but still.
I was taking that line all race.
Yeah.
So I was on the rumble strip, sometimes a little bit on the grass, and it was hanging in there.
Yeah, but then you got hit on the exit, which is totally not your fault, right? You just got spun around. So, like, I tried to give cars a lot of space to the chicane because, first of all, I don't know how to take it to save my life, so I'm just going to start there. But second of all, so every time I get there, I'm just like, I just know not to hit that big-ass office curb, and everything else about this confuses me, and I'm just not going to follow cars closely because I don't know if there's going to be an unexpected change of speed. I've seen people downshift through there. I've seen people brake super hard through there. I've seen people kill themselves through there. I've seen a lot of stuff. So I just give cars room. Right? There's nothing to gain chasing a car so close through here because the corner's so
Not
tight.
to mention, there's absolutely no way of passing in this corner at all.
No. The only time you pass is the guy has killed himself so badly in the corner before you're just driving by him, but you're not passing him, right? So here you just got run into, and now you got spun over, and like especially here, I try to give cars space because exactly what you said earlier, Martin. You might be going into the pits, right? And I don't know that, and you have no responsibility to tell me. So I need to give you a little bit of room just in case you want to go into the pits, right? And then that way you can do that, right? All on your own. But instead, you meet me, and that's okay. But harumph. All right,
and what I'd like to say, Davin, is when you went past me, I was 1.5 seconds faster on the 2 laps when I was following your line. So thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Happy to help. Happy to help. There's another one that was kind of like that I wanted to pull up real quick. And I know I'm being selfish today, but I had a really dramatic race where like nothing happened to me, but everything happened around me. I think
you guys that have enough buttons on your steering wheels, one thing you can do, I wish I had enough buttons. You could map a blinker button or a turn signal,
Oh yes.
and that way if you get ready to pit, you could hit that and let them know. But like Davin said, you don't have any obligation to do it. But if you did that, like at Spa, oh my gosh.
Even so,
Nobody
it's very
has any
difficult
idea.
to see some of those blinkers too. Some of the lights on these cars are really tiny.
Well, and the problem is because we don't have a standard rule for blinkers, no one will know what that means. Right?
Yeah,
like
true.
Unless we said universally we're all going to use our blinkers going into the pits or whatever, someone's going to put their blinker on and someone else is going to get hit, and then I can hear it now. I put my blinker on. Like, what the fuck am I going to say to that? Like,
nobody in Tennessee will know it. They'll say dazzling lights.
Right. You don't have a BMW. What do you mean blinker? Like, it's just
I have seen somebody drive for 5 laps straight with the left blinker on.
That wasn't
It's
me.
like you're out on the interstate. You're just like blink, blink. Especially when you're going across the bridge. Where the fuck are you gonna turn?
They were stuck in NASCAR mode. Turn left, turn left.
I feel really bad for this guy because, and the only reason I bring it up is, this is one of those ones where when a car in front of you makes a mistake, it's good to kind of pay attention to him for a while. Because I was following, I think it was Neville, and he fell off the road, unfortunately. I think it was Neville. I think this is where you guys die. And then I think Neville spins himself.
What, Henry dies?
Yep, Henry dies. So he
and
then
he
yeah.
Wow, if he'd have just followed you, it would have been perfect.
I know, and the part that was funny was that I kind of was mean because when I'd followed this car a little before and he kind of fell off the road, so I was like, your tires are going to be a little dirty, and the line he took, that Ferrari just is going to hate it. So I'm like, it's going to spin. And so I kind of drove at him for a split second and then got on the brakes and moved, hoping that Henry would follow me. And he did. And I was like, okay,
dirty
that's
tires, dirty
driver. Right?
Keep this running for a minute because this is why I got my damage. Because Henry was sitting right in the middle of the track, and watch this.
Right there.
I'm gonna
right in the middle of the
fucking
track.
murder him right now.
Oh no.
No, actually, yeah, that's where I moved. Yes.
Nowhere to go right here.
Yeah.
You moved! It wasn't my fault! Yes!
I don't know why you moved.
Oh, sorry. What? Oh,
He's so excited.
Wait, no. You gotta watch this from my point of view. That's why I'm so fucking excited. It was remarkable.
You didn't just kill him.
Oh,
you just
Watch this save.
Listen.
Slowest shit of my life.
I was right behind
Township,
you.
get back on that fucking line.
What a
Nice.
freaking
And he
save!
didn't lose any time.
No.
What?
I'm sorry. I want to watch that again.
That was a perfect pirouette.
That was amazing.
Trying to find this for so long.
I think Dylan's a politician, man. Spin master.
Wow.
That's the best.
How?
Good night.
Yeah.
The best thing I've
How
ever
on
seen.
earth did you pull that off?
You know, if you had told me you had spun, I just wouldn't have believed you. I'd been like, "Why? You're going the same speed spinning as you were going forward." Like, that's amazing. You
Just downshifted at the 180. I was like, "Fuck, it's over."
Beautiful.
But then I was like, "Wait, no, the Ferrari's awesome. I love this traction control."
That's awesome.
Danny Sullivan, Indianapolis 500, went on to win the race.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Same as what I said earlier, Dylan. Yeah, it was. I was looking at the relative. It was -4 seconds. I just moved, and then it was a blind corner. I couldn't see any car coming. I just moved, and their car was there. But I had 4 seconds on the relative, so I don't know why. Like it was, I don't know, something messed up.
You know what's
At
worse?
that
So
point,
sorry
This is
for
where
seconds
it
was
hit me.
nothing.
You know what's worse?
I forgot about it
You know
because
what's
that was
worse?
so fun.
You know what's worse? If you were the Mercedes, I would be so pissed off. Because you're like, there's a crash here, and you're like, I'm gonna give spot. No, that doesn't happen at all. You're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pass this car. It's clearly sideways. This will be one free spot for me. Nope, not at all. Nothing happens.
Set him up for the corner.
Just like, what is happening?
Gavin, go to my car going through there really quick. Because, like, 2 cars were going to the left, and so I decided to go right, and this is how I got my damage
I
right
would
here.
be so mad. I would just be like, yeah, I'm gonna make a free pass. Nope. Just
These 2 guys go left, so I go right, and I'm like, maybe I can get through, but no.
Ooh, this is
Because he
not
gets
it
hit.
lifted his car off the ground.
Yeah. Oh no. Yep. And you're broken.
Well, then I had a broken ass suspension, but I was defending pretty decent against Dean, so.
I haven't go to lap
there's-
1, turn 1 in my car.
Okay. Guess we're not doing the timestamps anymore. All right.
So
No, we got one more,
basically,
but-
what I've learned from this is that Jajay is to be blamed, basically, for both that accident and also when I got rear-ended later, because that was the setup for it.
Yeah. Well, so the
I'm Moses.
No,
no.
that was my fault.
The first one was kind of hard because like he's trying to get off the racetrack, but he is in a very dangerous place. So it's like I can't stay still because I'm gonna get hit. I can't move because I'm gonna get hit. I'm gonna get hit, right?
Technically, the only thing he could have done would be to back up against the wall because
Yeah.
that's the safer side of the track.
Yeah,
at that point.
try to
Yeah,
back up.
actually, now when I was like after the race, I was thinking, wow, I should have backed up. That's out of the racing line. I didn't think about that. Yeah,
But I think the thing is that like if you had come to a stop and then slowly tried to back up, I wouldn't yell at you. I think if you tried to back up in a rush, I probably would have been kind of mad. So like it kind of you're in a difficult spot there, right? Because on the one hand you're like don't move so that people can see you, but it's in a blind corner so no one's gonna see you. So you got to get out of the way, but you don't want to just jeet into another car if you're not paying attention. So you're in a difficult position, right? Like almost everything you're going to do is probably going to cause an accident somewhere. So it's like, what's the least accidenty thing you can have happen?
Sitting here thinking about it, I actually think that accident was LFM's fault because their rules are like, if you wreck, sit there until the track is clear. So I just always expect anything that's not moving in front of me to just stay there permanently. And that probably wasn't a safe assumption. If I thought about it, I should have given him like maybe a car width or something.
Maybe.
Like I was
yeah.
like, okay, we're gonna cut this close. We're gonna keep our track limits. We're gonna run a clean lap. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I did that in the end, anyways. But
what also like, what does clear mean, right? Like because we don't have a relative like, oh, it must be 5 seconds or something like that, where I can give you an official minimum of clear. Technically, he was kind of clear, and then a whole bunch of other cars came at a really fast, high rate of speed. So like, I'm not mad. It's unfortunate, but like, you know, what are you gonna do? You got to get out of the way because like if he had stayed where he was, probably I think Mitchie probably would have hit him actually, because like where you were kind of overlapped already. So there's probably a good chance you would have T-boned him, like you know, just because he was sitting there. So I don't
Carter,
know.
thank you for parting the sea there, buddy.
Yeah.
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 I thought we were screwed, man.
I was just being.
And it just
I
opened
was
up.
watching everything. That's one thing I like about VR. I saw that stuff happening before
Yep.
I got there.
And you
Mine
make me
wasn't
feel like a
scary, but it's
pleb.
just how things open up.
Yeah, I was just. It was actually kind of fun the first like 9 laps.
Oh man, yeah, because I mean we ran just like this the whole time, and I thought that was a
Uh-huh.
Jersey cow in front of me. Look at it! I was trying to milk it.
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, you guys had a train, and then it was like a parking lot behind. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, no shit, man. Holy fuck.
But I mean, 36 cars going into Kailami, like, if it was, I mean,
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. I mean, it shouldn't, but it's probably gonna. Right? Rookie race, sure. Give you a little bit of slack for that. Could you have done it without crashing? Yes, definitely.
I had no idea that chaos happened until after the race.
Oh yeah,
This was actually so much fun for the first 10 laps.
To be completely honest, I was really betting on it because I was in such a low spot to start. I was like, man, if only people would kill each other, and then it was like,
Dude, I was P11
oh.
starting.
Yeah, I was 20, and I was like, man, I could use some death.
Very briefly, I was in the top 10. Very briefly.
Yeah, somebody ran out of gas and gave me the top 10 at the last minute, and I was fine with that. So.
Yeah, that was Bob. He
Thanks,
was
Bob.
telling me about it before we
Why are
switched
we
out
going
of
at
the
3/4
channels.
speed here, Devin?
Because
He ran out of fuel in the last corner.
I just run it. I run it slow just so that I can pad it for time until we figure out what else we're talking about. So.
Yeah, I got 6
Let's
positions in that.
see.
All right, I'm gonna do 1 or 2 more, and then we're gonna call this good. I am really hungry, and I have food sitting, so we'll give me 2 more, and then we'll be done.
Let's see. Bobby has car 81, lap 17, timestamp 3400. He says he misjudged his braking. I thought it was a fake jink. He waited and contacted me through a PM just as an example to show the guys what you do when you take someone out. Don't have to cover it if you don't want to get out of here earlier.
Oh. Well,
Too late, Bobby.
Too late. yeah, too late. We're
He was
talking about it.
really really cool.
Oh,
Same thing as before.
Yeah.
Let's see the braking zone in that area, just for giggles. He's on the brakes fairly early.
Yeah. It's
that's a trap.
It's a trap. Yeah, and we see this happen a lot where people still try to make the corner when they shouldn't. And so they get on the brakes and they kind of brake where they would when they're by themselves. It's kind of the same thing we were talking about before the race even started, right?
Yeah, and he's running an ABS of 4, so it should be. Oh, look at the brake bias. That's a little bit forward.
But the thing is,
that
like,
probably wouldn't be too big a deal.
We've kind of braked where we would if there was no car in front of us, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, we need to give Bobby just a little more space, right? But we braked where we
after
would.
the 50.
Yeah, we braked where we would on a
You
quality
only
lap.
go inside if you're side by side. This is a bad send.
Yeah.
Period.
Well, and if he had been a car length behind me, I would have given him room. But I thought because I was watching my mirrors, and I thought, well, he's just going to fake me, and like I do a bunch of you guys when I'm racing y'all at the back to see
Yeah,
what
you show
you'll
your
do.
nose. That's one thing, but he sent it. Yeah.
Yeah. And he told me he just messed up,
Yep.
but he was really cool about it, and he waited.
Yep. I mean, really, if we're braking at the 50, that would have been enough just to roll up on you a little bit. Because, like, all we want to do is stay close to you, Bobby. We don't really want to be into you. So.
Yeah, hairpins are a trap for stuff like this. That's not a gap. Unless you're side by side going in there, don't even try to send it.
No.
Well, this is also another case of where if you realize that you brake too late, going to the outside is better. Like even if you just brake in a straight line and didn't turn at all, he would have missed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and he would have missed them. And also, like, I'm going to take an educated guess, and as I'm in the ground, there is no one around us for a decent amount of time. So, like, you could fuck it up, get back on the road. You probably wouldn't get past. You would just, be a little farther away from the green car, but okay. Right?
That's not a turn to pass anyone anyhow.
No. Like, unless you guys are side by side coming out of the corner before, where it's like we're drag racing together, and I guess we can give each other some room. We don't need to be surprising people under the brakes. Like, it doesn't work. It's a habit you got to get rid of, right? If you want to try to go ahead.
And then a few laps later, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 laps to go, we came into this area, and he was closer to me. So, and I had always went wide there because that's how I do it. I take it in second gear.
Yep.
And I went to the inside, completely screwed him up, and he breaks and loses his car.
Oh no! Yeah,
So he didn't anticipate, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, because I was going to cover that time.
Right. Well, turn 10.
You know, and I let him know early.
Well, like turn 10, like Carter said, is not a real place to pass. It's a trap, right? It's a hairpin where you feel like you should try, but it's just not. It's like Admiral Akbar, right? It's a trap. And people, also, especially because the track goes up, then down, and then falls away. There's just so many things that are happening to the car that it's just not an easy place to get the car slowed down. And I see a lot of people, I see a lot of people try here, and I'm like, why? Like you have to turn so much when you get there.
Well, if we'd have went into the braking zone and he'd have been that close to me,
yeah,
that would have been my fault for not covering, and I'd have given it to him.
Yeah, well, sure. If you guys were
But 2
side
car
by
lengths back, he was like 0.3 seconds back.
No. So what I would call this guy is the FedEx truck driver that keeps telling me that my package is in my area, but it never gets to my house. Right? That's how far back he is to you. Right? There's no way. And Ilpo's right. Like going off the road would have been a safer and easier thing to do than.
No, I'm talking about if we had entered the braking zone with that kind of spacing.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
But already here, it's too late. We're turning in.
Yeah. Well, it would have been a safety, like a risk management thing for you, right? If you had entered the braking zone together with that kind of spacing together, then you might be like, maybe I just don't want to turn because he's in my blind spot and I can't see him. So I might go to an outside line to keep him back there, but I'm not going to go to my regular apex because I'm going to go across the nose of this car and I don't know if he can see me or is going to slow down or all these other things, right? So, yeah, that's smart. And people don't really use the outside line as much as I wish they would, right? Where like a car is in your blind spot, and instead of going back, Ilpo, you showed me a clip of this with one of the GT4 races you were in earlier in the week, where you got along the side on the inside of somebody on a corner that opened, and instead of just going for that open space and just letting the car go off on the exit earlier, they turned into you as if you weren't there, and I'm like, there's a car there. Where are you gonna go? There's an object there. Right? So if you drive towards the wide line and just go to the exit already, you crush the other guy's line. And so he's just less likely to be able to accelerate because you're there. Right? You could be an object too. But, just because there's a car there doesn't mean you can go there.
And the last one we can do is Fagan has one at 6:10.
Ooh, Fagan.
He said, threading the needles. That first lap has so much content. 4:04.
6:10. Okay. All right, 6:10. Well, we're gonna
Big fat error.
Right? Oh my God. Let's see how Fagan makes it through. Let's get rid of this. Go at 1 speed. Get the full experience. No.
Oh yeah. He slowed it down enough to get through.
Mr. Fagan, you have a career as a valet. That was perfect. That was perfect.
Even at this point, he's still dodging cars.
Excuse me.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my God!
You need to go play the lottery.
Yeah. Jeez, that was perfect. A little,
F is for fantastic.
Well, the part that's really funny about this is I can hear Loic's rage, just screaming as he's going by now.
Hey, Fagan.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Hey, Fagan. Do not start the race at Bathurst because, buddy, you have used up all your Bathurst luck right here in 1 lap.
9 lives are gone.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Where did you end up? 26. I feel like you should have been farther ahead just out of merit on that because man, a lot of things happened around you. Where did you start the race?
I think he started behind me.
Oh, you were last.
Right,
So
we were right at the back.
Okay, so you made up 11 spots through that. That's pretty fucking good actually, considering all the things that happened to you. So, I guess Fagan wins the award for the cheapest Mercedes bill. That's fantastic.
Fagan, what kind of times did you run tonight?
I think he's having PTSD to what happened to him.
He's here.
Well, I don't know.
Mr. Fagan. There he
hello?
is.
Wow, I was talking to myself for the longest. I was running on 150, 149s. So yeah. Just stable pace.
You got into 46s yesterday, so that was good.
Yeah.
Well, good. All right, gentlemen. I'm gonna get some food. I'm done now. I am really, really hungry, and I also promised people I'd try to make the DBs shorter. So
I got.
All right, Gustavo, you need to get some sun, and you need to start taking anti-aging pills.
Yeah. What color is your car, Gustavo? Where are you? Because
No.
I'll find another
over
one.
here
A
at his
blue
avatar.
one. I found the Red Bull blue one over here.
Oh,
I'm gonna try next race.
Yep. So black is off the list.
I've never seen a Brazilian look like that.
Red is off the list. You're gonna have to find a new car.
gray.
Gray
Yeah.
is off the list. You stuck with that. You're gonna have to find a new
Bright
color.
yellow?
No,
There's not too many options.
Yeah, yellow, orange, green.
Yellow?
Yeah. I mean, you saw Martin almost. He got lucky. Almost died wearing green. Maybe you should try green. Normally unlucky. It might work for you.
No, he's got Jeremy Clarkson for his picture.
I was just gonna say, Bobby, you do know who that is, right?
Oh, absolutely.
It's
I just
funny
thought,
though to see that
well,
face.
if anybody's looking at it, they'll get it. But I guess everybody was looking at the car.
No, I've just seen that avatar for weeks, so I was just like,
Yeah.
nothing changed. Nothing changed.
I just have to give him a hard time because I don't ever see him in the race.
All right,
So
gentlemen.
does everybody find this track really hard? 'Cause I find it's impossible. I hope they do, right? I know you're laughing, but it's a serious question.
It's just the
It
way
is one of the most technical that you'll do.
Oh my god! It's just the way you did it after a race like this. Like, does anyone find this hard? Everyone found it hard.
This track's tough.
50 degrees on the most technical track on the calendar where we all died. Was this hard for you guys? Like,
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
And the funniest part is if you listen to him with the English accent, it makes it even funnier.
Look, I'm so innocent. That's why, It's just, it's a serious question. I'm thinking, why am I?
You know he's going to get off here and say those loudmouth Americans are trying to be serious for a minute. They're making fun of me.
They're just making fun of us Brits again. Damn you,
fuck
bastard.
America, I hate you. Stay in your colonies.
He's being polite.
Oh no, but I honestly, man, I do find Kylomi hard.
It's real hard.
Yeah, and you lose a lot of time for long periods with small errors, and so it can be really hard to just keep a good pace around here. And there's a lot of awkward corners I find, where it's just 13, the chicane, kind of.
Yeah, it's not the typical, slow down, turn in, go fast kind of thing.
No, it's a fun track. It's a fun track. It's just if you never get a rhythm, it feels just awkward the whole time. But and there's also that stupid ass curve right there. Like, I get why it's there, but it's just like I've seen enough cars fly through the air because of it. But yeah, Kylomi, sorry.
Oh, that's good. Well, it's only my second time on it, and the first time was in the dark, and I didn't have any practice because I wasn't actually expecting to be able to make the race because I had a late work emergency I needed to do, and I thought, all right, let's jump in. So it was a mess, and it was hard work. It was really hard.
Yeah, go ahead. Go.
That curb with the sausage on it. I mean, they could use those look like baguettes. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. I do.
And just lay 3 of them there. That way, you don't jump the pits if you hit it.
Right. Yeah. That I feel like that curb was like somebody was angry when they put it in. It was like, this will never fucking happen again. And then a car eats itself into another time zone. And just.
Well, I mean, it's not difficult not to run into it, so.
It's not hard to not hit. It's just a lot of people seem to hit it. When I get there, I look at that. I'm like, oh, that. It's terrible.
I have to say, I didn't find this hard. I actually was surprised. Like, even these.
Oh, shut up! Shut up!
Wait, Bobby.
I think we're done.
I want you to cry.
Hold on a second, Bobby. He's not complaining. He's just explaining.
Yeah.
No.
So, more importantly,
I found it impossible.
He's not complaining, and we should embrace this.
So here's the thing. We have been practicing on these kinds of conditions for the last, I don't know how many weeks. So it really didn't feel that difficult, to be honest.
Yeah, when I win a race, I'm going to say the same thing.
It wasn't that hard.
Track's hard for me.
You guys weren't that hard. Yeah, well, it wasn't so much the temperature that made the track hard, right? And like, I get people complain. I get people complain about it, but I always mock them because I'm just like, you set your car up pretty much the same, you set your tire pressures up the same, and then you deal with it like everybody else. So just stop. And you also drive the exact same amount of time after you complain about it. So you complained and did it anyway. Oh well, right? But as a track, for a track configuration, I find Kylomi can be a little bit awkward, but not as awkward as like, I don't know, Snetterton or something, right? Like, I'd rather drive this all day. But guess what?
Snetterton's corners just had odd angles, especially after Apex.
And it's flat. It's really flat. Like, this track is a little easier to manage because the elevation change is an indicator of like what to do. I was actually faster when people were ruining the brake markers because I could just get a rhythm on the track end and it was easier. So after driving on that a lot, and I only had 2 days of practice. I was out on vacation for most of the week. So I drove Thursday and I drove.
Whoa!
Yep.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah.
That was the beginning. That was Henry.
Go back for a second. Let's see who that was.
Oh no,
that was Henry.
That's still Henry. Yeah, that's still Henry trying to figure out if he can go again.
That was the first cars through there with him turned around.
And Busto's pushing on Camille.
This is
Oh, is
All
it
right,
Foley?
guys.
Okay.
All right, I'm serious this time. Food. I'm gonna leave you.
Oh, this was pretty
All right.
nice.
Yeah.
Very
Thank you
good,
all.
sir. Thank you.